Have you ever been told that you're too much? Too loud, too sensitive, too intense, too emotional, too much? I want you to sit and think about that for a second. Were you actually too much? Or were you just taming yourself in order to make yourself more digestible for someone else? Somewhere along the way, someone taught you to be quieter, to be smaller, to be less intense, to be less sensitive, to be less loud, to be less of you. Someone taught you to be less than who you are, because if you were less loud and less emotional and less sensitive and less intense, then you would be easier to love. But what if I told you that you don't need to be less of any part of you to be easy to love? You don't need to tame any part of you to be able and worthy of love. This whole episode today is about meeting that version of you, the truest version of you. That girl, once again, the girl who was never too much in the first place. Welcome back to the Self-Love Archives podcast. I am your host, Julia Salvia, also known as your self-love bestie. And bestie, you are not too much. You are not too much. And whoever is saying that to you or whoever is making you feel that way is not enough. They can't handle all that you are. You are a mirror. Everything that you are is a mirror. Your everything makes them feel insecure about their less than. The girl that got called too much, she never disappeared. She just got quiet. You just sat there off to the sidelines, stopped speaking up, stopped voicing your opinion. You got quiet. And look, I have done the same thing my entire life. I have let people walk all over me my entire life. So many people that said that I cry too much, I am too much, I want too much, I need too much, I am too much. And I'm at the point in my life where I am breaking out of the cage that everyone has put me in. We are breaking out of the cage that everyone has put us in because I can't handle it anymore. I am too much for this tiny little cage that I keep being put in. Because when I'm outside of this cage, it makes people really uncomfortable. And you know what? If it means that people are going to be uncomfortable for me to be my honest and truest, too much self, so be it. Be uncomfortable. Get uncomfortable. In our self-love book club book of the month, Untamed by Glennon Doyle, she talks about exactly this. She talks about going inward to find her voice, to really understand exactly who she is and not the version of her that has become quiet because everything that she is was too much for the world around her to handle. The first step to actually understanding who you are, rather than listening to all of these outside voices, society, friends, family, strangers, whoever, is to actually get quiet with yourself. In those moments where you are just constantly being pushed away because you're too much in whatever way, get quiet with yourself. Start to become self-aware with who you are and learn more about you. Are you too sensitive? Or is it just that these things that people are saying to you are actually kind of hurtful? Are you too emotional? Or are you just really aware of how you feel? Or is this person just gaslighting you? Truthfully. Glennon kept going back to this point of going within herself, going deeper to understand who she is. And she went back to it in so many different parts of the book where she talked about all of these different personal aspects of basically breaking out of the cage and becoming everything that she is, the truest version of herself. And I think that that's something so important that we do for ourselves too, because that's the epitome of self-love, is choosing ourselves. But by choosing ourselves, we're choosing to listen to ourselves, to understand ourselves, to know ourselves so deeply, and to know ourselves so knowingly that if someone were to say, "Oh, you're too emotional," you don't even need a response. You don't even need to respond to them. You're like, okay, you could interpret or think whatever you want to think, but I know myself, I know my heart, I know my emotions, and I'm not too emotional. You were just being downright mean to me, and I called you out for it. Or I'm not too emotional. I have emotions. I'm a human being, and this thing made me sad. That doesn't make me too emotional in this negative context. And I'm just sad about it. Or this one thing got me so excited. Doesn't make me too emotional. I'm just really, I love this thing. I love this play that I saw. It moved me. It excited me. I'm not too emotional. And who cares if I'm too emotional? If it makes you uncomfortable, then clearly you can't handle it. Or something about me being too emotional is making you feel some sort of way. It's making you feel uncomfortable. It's making you feel insecure. You can interpret that however you like. Sure, I'm too emotional. Like, when did we stop listening to ourselves? When did we stop listening to our knowing? To our hearts? When did we stop listening and trusting that what we know of ourselves, we know of ourselves, and no one could question that? When did everyone else's voices get louder than our own? When did that person telling us that we're too much or making us feel like we're too much, when did their voice get louder than our own voice? When did they all of a sudden know who we are versus us knowing who we are? So I guess the question is, well, who taught you to shrink? Who taught you to be small? And I think there's a couple of answers here, because as women in this society, we are taught to be tame. We are taught to be small. We are taught to be good, palatable, easy. But I think what we really need to realize is that this cage is completely imaginary. The whole thing was built by others' expectations, by society's expectations, by other people's insecurities, by other people's discomfort, not by our own doing. It just got harder to listen to ourselves. This whole month we've been talking about impressing our inner child. And there's something really cool about kids, is that they can be irrevocably themselves most of the time before society and mean people have gotten to their ear. But there's something so beautiful about the way that they just are. They don't question it. They pick their favorite color. They choose their activity. They really just lean into what they like, who they are, what they want. And I think that our inner child wants us to be more like that too. Our inner child never dreamed to be tamed. She never dreamed to be caged. She never dreamed of being easy to handle. She dreamt of being free. Free to say what she wants, do what she wants, act how she wants, have what she wants. Here's the catch with all of this. Breaking out of this cage is daring to disappoint everyone. Becoming irrevocably yourself not questioning anything about who you are. You are daring to disappoint the people around you. But I need you to really understand that I hope you would rather disappoint a family member, a relationship, a friend, a stranger, the patriarchy. I hope that you would rather disappoint them and make them uncomfortable than disappoint yourself. There's something else really amazing that Glennon comes back to in the book, and that's that we can do hard things. We can do hard things. You can do hard things. This whole book is about untaming yourself. This whole book is about coming out of this cage. This whole book is about being yourself. But to actually do that after being tamed and in a cage and stuck and being made to be smaller for your life up until this point, to get out of that, it's going to be hard. But you can do hard things. We can do hard things. I want to read this core idea here from Glennon's book. Glennon's whole thing is that we can feel hard things instead of numbing or running from them. That our pain is a passage, not a permanent place. And the braver you are, the luckier you'll get. We have talked about this, I think, throughout the whole entire year, about having courage, being brave, and standing up for yourself. But I think the one thing that we're adding here in this episode is that your pain, or the thing that is going to be hard, the place that you need to, like the boundary or like the hump you need to get over to get to that place of like being yourself, right? Or getting out of that cage. That hard thing and the pain that you feel from that hard thing. As much as we want to not take the leap, not do the hard thing, because it's hard. Why would we want to feel that way? But on the other side of change is a truer version of you. And pain is only temporary. Whatever you feel from pushing through this hard thing, it's only temporary. You can get through it. You can do hard things. There are definitely so many moments in my life where I have had to do the hard thing, and I will be so for real with you. It takes me sometimes with these harder things, takes me a minute to build up my courage to actually get there, to leave an abusive relationship. It took a really long time. I can only be proud of the person that I was because she did what she could with the knowledge that she had and the physical ability that she had, but to find the courage finally to leave this relationship and to move states and leave this place where she built a home. Like the courage that it took to do this hard thing, to really come out of this cage that I was stuck in. I am so proud of her. But yeah, it took a while. It took some time. I could list out the many different red flags and all of the other moments where, like, if I were in my shoes a couple years back, I would have left at the first sign of the red flag, like barely 3 months into this relationship. But I didn't actually leave until a year and a half into this relationship. But I left. I had the courage to leave. I became more brave because I left, because I made decisions and I made the choice to do the hard thing. And the pain that I felt in that moment and the hurt that I felt in that moment, it was temporary. It went away. If anything, my life got 1000% better. Yeah, it was hard. Yeah, moving across states was hard, but I can't even imagine what life would be like if I was still stuck there. Honestly, it sends like a chill throughout my entire body because I can't even imagine where I would be. So I'm so proud of that girl. I'm so, so, so proud of her for doing the hard thing, for choosing to be brave, for being courageous, and remembering that it may be hard now, it may hurt right now, but that pain is only temporary. And we could think about this in other circumstances. Like this morning, I did not want to go to the gym this morning. I made a goal for myself that I was going to get back into strength training. I love lifting. I always have, but there's something about my schedule now. I'm just not not in it. I do Pilates almost every single day, and I stretch, and I have 2 businesses now, and my life's just different. And although I love lifting, it feels like another thing added to my schedule, and I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. But I knew that if I just pushed myself to go today, even if it was just for 30 minutes, like that pain was going to probably go away in 15. I was going to do what I had to do while I was there, and the annoyance and the pain of just getting myself to go there was going to fade. And it did. And honestly, a couple hours later, filming this for you, I feel great. So I want you to think about something big or something small that you can be brave enough to go do. Brave enough to choose to change, brave enough to choose to leave, brave enough to choose to do the thing, to break out of whatever thing is holding you back, to say whatever you need to say to the person that is constantly making you feel small, to the person who is constantly making you feel like you're too much, because I can promise you, you are not too much. They are just not enough. I learned something really interesting. As I went on about life, I realized that I was never asking for too much. I can give all of this love to myself, and I can give all of this love to everyone around me, to a friend, to a family member, to someone I'm in a relationship with, to a fucking stranger. This love, if I can give you this love can be reciprocated. We love in completely different ways. And sometimes your floor is their ceiling. Many other people loved me to the best of their ability. But I also know the kind of love that I deserve and the kind of love that I need. And it doesn't make me too much. It just makes me me. Instead of asking, what does everyone expect of me? I want you to ask, what is the truest, most beautiful thing I can imagine? And then I want you to build towards that. That question right there is your inner child dreaming again. That question right there is asking her what she desired, what she wanted out of this world, the places that she wanted to see, the people she wanted to surround herself with. I want you to go to that place. I want you to imagine the most beautiful, magnificent life. One that you believe you can only ever dream of, but one that I know you are so deserving of. I want you to build towards that dream, towards that vision right there. We are not going to stay tame. We are not going to sit in discomfort for people's comfort. We are not going to let people walk all over us. We are not going to let people disrespect our boundaries. We are going to break out of the cage. We are going to be irrevocably ourselves. I want you to remember that you are so much more than what anybody says that you are. You are so much more than a mother. You are so much more than a daughter. You are so much more than a wife. You are so much more than just a woman, just a stranger, just a girl. You are everything. You are everything that you are, everything that your soul is, everything that your heart beats for. You are so much more than the labels and the expectations that people give you. You are deserving and worthy of the world. And the minute that you start to believe that, the minute that your whole life is going to change. If you have yet to read our June self-love book club book, Untamed by Glennon Doyle, make sure to grab it. The link to purchase this book is in the description down below, the show notes. I would absolutely love for you to join our self-love book club community on the Fable app, where we discuss everything about our book choice of the month. July is coming up, and we have already, if you're listening to this, we have already announced our July book called Finding Your People. Finding Your People is by Alexandra and Sally of Two Broke Chicks, and it has been just an incredible book thus far. So we're leaving one incredible book behind to start another. All of the details are on the Fable app for our upcoming book club book of the month, but I have specially put Untamed below in case you want to grab it right now so you can get to reading it. Honestly, I think you're going to read this book pretty fast because it really is that good. Thank you so much for tuning into this weekend's episode of the Self-Love Archives podcast. I would love for you to leave us a review or let us know what you think about the podcast episodes. It would mean the world to me. I want these episodes to be something that you look forward to, something that you listen to. So I want any and all of your feedback, good, bad, ugly, in between, anything in between. Please tell me all of it. I love you. I cannot wait to see you next week, where we talk all about July's theme of the month. We are getting so much more connected and talking more about friendship this coming July. I'll see you next week. Bye.